So I literally just finished filming the video from yesterday, the 2022 property survey update. I'm going to take you along with me today on my little walk around town. We just haven't been talking enough about the greatest city in the world, and we got so much to talk about. Let's go. I've had a lot of things going on over the past few months of my time off. There's been like water leaks. I've had water leaks everywhere, it seems like. Water leaks at the church, water leaks here. Just a lot of just small repairs, annoying things. But honestly, that's just kind of the part of owning buildings. So I have this building now where my office is, and then I also have the 3 buildings over on South Jefferson. I bought another house like last fall as well. So just been a crazy journey. Going grabbing some coffee. Got a special guest on the vlog today. Colin, you ready for coffee?
Yes.
Let's do this. Got all our spring seeds out at State Farm here. So if you need peas, you need some spring greens, you need flowers, got tons of flowers. Come down and get them if you need them, because we're never going to be able to use them before they're not good anymore. In the future, we need to start like a local barista, like a little part of the videos, like a segment, because I'm here like almost every day. So we need to come up with something for Olivia to tell us. Like I was thinking daily wisdom from our baristas, maybe something like that. She doesn't want to be in the video, so we need a good theme. We need something that's going to convince her. So put it in the comments, please help me. So Colin and I have been having coffee for what, 3 weeks now?
I think so.
Something like that. We've been just dreaming. Colin's a young man. You're what, 21 years old. Young guy. Getting your feet under you. So we've been dreaming about businesses to start. We're not ready to talk about it yet today, but
No.
maybe soon. Maybe soon. What would it be like if there was a bunch of 20, 21, 22-year-old guys that were like, wanted to start businesses and wanted to like get something going? It'd be pretty awesome if we had a table full in here that were like ready to take over Kittanning. And I think it's gonna be Colin.
I think it'll be awesome to get more people in here with us.
It'd be really awesome. So
Get a table full, like you said. Get them all pitch in their ideas, see what they want to do.
yeah, I think young people especially think that starting businesses is really difficult, but it actually doesn't have to be that difficult. And once you start just like lining up the steps, you can completely change your life within a couple months. So Colin's gonna be the guinea pig. We'll see if this works out. But so we're thinking like middle of April, you could be looking for maybe an update. I mean, we'll see. We might totally fall flat on our faces, and it might take a year, but that's okay.
I hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't.
I hope it doesn't either.
I'm gonna do my best.
Well, it's not gonna be. It's just sometimes stuff happens, right? So
Yeah.
But anyways, so I just wanted to give you that. So look for future updates on Colin, future king of Kittanning.
I don't know about that. I think you're the king of your team.
Thank you, sir. A little bit of rain today. Oh man, that was like a summertime rain. March 23rd. Sheesh. So since I've been not making videos for a little while, there's a lot that I want to talk about. So it might take me several weeks to kind of catch up. But one thing I want to mention is like 2022, there was a lot of struggles, especially when it comes to downtown Kittanning. So there was a lot of things that were quite frustrating to me, and I think quite frustrating to a lot of people. Number one, right here, I literally just drove like 100 feet. You got Dizzy Lizzie's is gone. Like, how sad is that? It was like our premier downtown breakfast place, just one of the pillars of Kittanning, and it's gone. And then just down the street, one of my favorite stores, Two Short Gals. is gone now too. That's two big losses for downtown Kittanning, and I'm still a little bit sad about that. My understanding is that Dizzy Lizzie's is going to be replaced by a financial place, which, you know, nothing new for downtown Kittanning. To me, that's like a not really the ideal way that we would want to go. And then you have Two Short Gals, which was like premier retail for us, gets replaced by a real estate office, which is fine. I've met the person that owns it. Seems like a nice enough guy. Just once again, wouldn't be my ideal trades if we're trying to build retail and things that are good for tourism downtown. So I really wish we could have found good places for both of those, but we didn't. It is what it is. Another bit of frustration has been the pace of my building remodel. So I'm very happy with a lot of the progress overall. Like, I really like how the front of this has turned out, although there's some here that still needs to be done after like 6 months later. This one's looking great. Also have most of the apartments are like 90% done. Gas company's also replacing all the lines on the street, so that's what the Kubotas are for. But you know, I was hoping that this project would be like done, like back in January. We're still not quite there, but making progress. Just a lot slower than I anticipated. We did find the last group that's going to be in here, though. This is going to be the future home of Connections of Armstrong County, so they're working on that as well. So when their spot's complete, that'll be 3 commercial storefronts that'll be occupied again, and then also 8 apartments, which at the beginning, that was only 2 active apartments when I bought it, so that's plus 6 residential units, which is a big plus population for Kittanning, which we desperately need. Got the state store closing as well. I am not counting that as a negative for me, but that's a conversation for another day, maybe. Another point of frustration for me is one of our summer serve projects. We had repainted this stuff, and the special paint we bought turned out to be not very special at all. I'm not sure what happened here. I mean, I know the playground equipment gets used, but like 80% of the paint we put on that thing is gone. That's so sad to me. On a good note, the paint that we put on this playground equipment is holding up very well. But these are going to need a recoat as well. They just did not work very good. So that was some time and money wasted on what was supposed to be very good product. I don't know. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board on some of this stuff. But in a lot of ways, it's just been kind of 1 step forward, 2 steps back in some different ways. Or at least that's how it's felt. I don't think that that's actually true, but you know, it just feels like that some days. And then the last point where it sometimes feels like we're 1 step forward and 2 steps back is the borough. We had our borough manager, Sam, who was, I don't know, he seemed to be doing a good job, seemed like a nice enough guy to me. He was bringing grant money in, all those kinds of things. And then we decided to get rid of him. And I don't pretend to know all of the details and what all happened there, but we are now without a borough manager again, and so I'm hoping that that doesn't mean that the grant projects will stop flowing, because man, that was bringing a lot of good things, good progress into the borough, and I don't want to see that stop. And so, you know, you guys know how positive I am, and I've tried to keep this channel extremely positive over the past several years. But, you know, there are things that happen that can be frustrating, and there are complaints that I have, just the same as I'm sure you do as well. But I was listening to a preacher the other day, and he was talking specifically about these spring months, and he said these months will often be seasons of transition. And during seasons of transition, they often become seasons of struggle. And so he said, don't always just be focusing on the big picture all the time. Sometimes you have to scale it back and just focus on one thing, and that one thing is win the day. If we can just simply wake up every morning and just win the day, we obviously you have to check into those long-term goals and those kinds of things, but if you just break it down into bite-sized pieces and you just say, okay, God, what is the thing that I have to do to win the day? If we just consistently putting wins together over and over and over again, then 1 days become 1 weeks, and 1 weeks become months. And so if we can just consistently win in small ways, it adds up to big improvement in the long run. And I've preached that on this channel before. I've been all about, doing your 3 things a day and letting those things add up into major transformation. And that's really just been the whole story of this channel, and I believe is going to be the story of the comeback of this city. But it just bears repeating. Just don't focus on the big thing all the time. If you find yourself in a season of frustration, in a season of struggle, then just win the day, friends. Just win the day. You got to keep your head right. Keep your mindset in the right direction. I'm out here checking out the community garden. We got the greenhouse moved over here, which is a big improvement. Started to clear the beds and things. We got some of them covered up, getting prepared for the year. And then we also have some compost getting delivered tomorrow. That'll be Friday. And then we actually have a work day happening on Saturday. So if you want to come out and help us, it should be nice, light and easy work. Hopefully the weather will cooperate with us and we can get all that compost spread through all these beds to get them prepared for another growing season. I think it's going to be even better than last year, and last year was pretty great. We have some people in the community who have reserved some of these beds. So this is one of our friends. She just came the other day and reserved this bed, and they already have some cattle panels up here. I think they have some peas in the ground already, and a few of these other ones in the back row will be reserved. And then I think the front here is going to be all of the ones that we'll use for the community purposes. We have all of our trellis system still set up. We have all our onions still in that first row, but we want to clear out the rest of these weeds. And this stuff actually comes up really easy, even though it kind of looks very full. It's not, I promise. And then the tarp is hopefully killing off everything else that's in here. So Saturday, we'll take this tarp off. We'll rebuild all of these beds, since these had the least amount of compost from last year. But we'll get all of these built up pretty high with compost to add some more nutrients. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get some seeds in the ground as well. They say the tradition is that you can plant peas by St. Patrick's Day, and we're past St. Patrick's Day at this point. So hopefully we'll be good to plant some of the colder weather stuff on Saturday. So it'd be real easy for me and all of you to just say, hey, 2022, that was so hard, and, Kittanning's never going to get better, and man, every time we move forward, something else happens, and it's just so difficult to make I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to have a pity party. I'm not going to do any of that kind of stuff. I won today. I'm going to win tomorrow. And Saturday, we're going to come to the community garden, and we're going to win that day too. And let's just keep winning days, friends. Keep winning days. I know that sometimes it can be quite frustrating, and some days can be quite difficult. But we can look over the past several years, and we can say definitively that Kittanning is getting better, that it is moving in the right direction. And we can all make a choice today to do something small that will make our community a better place to live. So I hope that you'll join me making that decision. And if you need something to do, just come join us in the community garden on Saturday. And I'm sure we'll find something small for you to do to make this a better place to live. But I think that's it for today. I was hoping to get the drone out. Who knows? I'll sit here for maybe 10 more minutes. If the rain stops enough, I'll send it up in the air. probably not the most advisable time to fly the drone, but you know, I made it back in one piece. That's the important part.